let's see what's going on. John Frost. John, I don't often get questions that I can't answer because I just don't know anything about it. But his question is, considering Justin Amash's alignment with the radical left on impeachment, any thoughts on the conservative ability to pull sudden defeat from the jaws of a landslide victory? I don't see any. I'm sorry. I think I get the gist of the question now. Podcasts, yes, we're gonna do peel off podcasts, but we're just gonna be doing nothing but fun the whole trip. It's just gonna be nothing but fun. Um, can we snatch a defeat out of the jaws of victory in 2020? Well, we haven't gotten there yet, but I can't imagine it. I just cannot imagine it. Um, I just Trump is so much stronger as a candidate than he was in 2016. He was such a risk. He was such a risk and such a long shot, and now he's coming in with this incredible economic growth and the two Supreme Court justices, and I think people. I have a sense of I have a lot of problems with the guy's personality, and that's just me because it's how I was raised. But I am 100% supporter of Donald Trump, and I have to tell you, um, he's been through an awful lot. But this impeachment thing, he's actually he's actually he's actually generating real affection for him. Um, just actual affection for the guy. And I think that's what this impeachment thing is doing. But if you think that all of those people that just barely went red in Michigan and Ohio and Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, I don't know if it was Ohio, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Michigan, if you think those people are going to go back to voting Democrat after this, I can't imagine how that would be possible. I don't know a single person, not one, who voted for Donald Trump in 16 who's not going to vote for him again. And I know lots and lots of people who didn't vote for him in 2016 or did so with real hesitation, and they're doing it enthusiastically now. So, um, you know, I would just like to see these smug Gen Y reporters, these 23 somethings living in New York City, out there walking with the reporters for the Washington Post, the paper of record in Washington, D.C., celebrating, having a big party about how they got Trump impeached. Um, and, uh, and And then when this picture got out, the woman who posted it said, "Oh, we wouldn't want people to think that we were celebrating the Donald Trump impeachment articles were passed on him. No, no, no. We were celebrating the fact that now that it was over, we could take a break after 8 weeks of hard work or whatever. You know what? Go to hell. Honestly, I want you to lose. I want you all to lose, 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 lose." Um, so that's that. Um, and I feel really good about Nikki Haley downstream and a couple of others. Uh, I don't know. The only people I've seen in the last since Obama was elected, the only people I've seen in the entire political spectrum that understood what the country's about are people like Trey Gowdy and Chavez and a couple of others. But in any event, I don't think the American people's going to let them get away with stealing this president away. I really don't think. And somebody had mentioned in one of these weird sort of constitutional things, but I think it was something that was in place for Nixon's imminent impeachment in '73 or '74, and it stayed on the books. But apparently, there's a law that says that in the event of an acquittal, the Supreme Court can vote Donald Trump extra time onto his term. They can basically say, "We're going to give you get another 2 years." It seems almost incredible, but I guess the argument being, if you're innocent, you've been hounded so badly you can't get your work done, then we're going to make you whole. That would be just absolutely beyond imagination. That'd just be great. It just make me so happy. We're going to give you another 4 years, Donald Trump. Um, the election of 2016 of 2020 is not null and void by any means. It's just that you will remain president because of what they've done. and you will be eligible for your second term in 2024. Never ever going to happen, but still, that would be just absolutely epic, epic. All right, let's see what we got. Susan Speakman brings up something we mentioned at the beginning. Do I think that Nancy Pelosi will ever submit her articles of impeachment to the Senate? Honestly, I think the entire impeachment thing is a catastrophe for the Democrats. And if she decides to play this card, and it's already, just the fact that people are discussing it, if she doesn't promptly get those articles over there, and she decides to play coy with this, I think the entire country's just going to, I think they're just going to lose their mind. I would see that as violation of their oath of office and all the rest of it. It was just incredible, and how awful it was. And see, this is the thing. Impeachment was never the articles of impeachment on the part of the House of Representatives were never going to remove Donald Trump from office. That was never on the table, ever. It was never on the table. And so this whole thing is just virtue signaling. And I hope they pay. Rubber City Rebel says the Constitution says the House shall transmit it to the Senate. So go ahead, Nancy. Go ahead. Play that. Oh, I guess I left I think the dog ate my impeachment articles. Go ahead. Do it. I mean, there's nothing else you can do to make yourselves look more miserable and more treasonous and all the rest of it. Just make it clear to people. Wow. John Galt, CSA, quote from Scott Adams apparently came in today. And Scott Adams said, if Nancy Pelosi is sitting on the impeachment articles, then it's halfway to where it should be. Absolutely epic. Anyway, so that's that, guys. I don't know what's going to happen, but I do know that they're going to pay for it. And I think Republicans are on fire. I mean, I don't want to sound like one of these guys with a YouTube channel or anything, but I'd like to know what you think. Tell me, let me know what you think in the comments. But I do. I think I did a right angle not too long ago saying I think it's kind of conceding the election. We're not going to win the election, so we're going to get the asterisks next to his name, and there you go. What a bunch of miserable traitors, miserable, power-hungry, American-hating swine. You filthy swine. Red line.